What's going on, Pixel Hackers? Christian Lovrecich from PixlFeed here. In this video, we're going to talk about how to avoid audience overlap when it comes to your Facebook ads campaigns. But before we get started, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive right in. Okay, so audience overlap is the real deal. And if you're starting out, you probably haven't experienced this yet, but when it comes to Facebook ads and you start to scale your campaigns or duplicate ad sets because you're trying to keep hitting different pockets, there comes a point where your audience is going to overlap. And when that happens, basically your ad sets just stop spending, or your cost skyrockets. So basically what that looks like is like this. So imagine this. And first of all, I'm going to show you what audience overlap looks like here, and then I'm going to show you on my PC how to scale and avoid audience overlap when it comes to your campaigns. But I want you to understand the concept first before I show you how to avoid it. So basically you have audience number one here, okay? And let's say, audience number one. I'm not going to get fancy with names. And this is interest number two, or audience number two, okay? So what happens is you have this little chunk right here where that person, that individual in Facebook, shares the same data with this person. Or it could be that we're using the same interest on the same CBO campaign, like I showed you guys previously, to scale, or on two different ad sets. So when they start spending, they reach a point where this overlap gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's when your campaigns stop performing. So what you have to do in order to avoid this is that you have to exclude number two from campaign number one, or ad set number one, and then you exclude ad set number one or interest from number one on ad set number two. That way Facebook knows not to overlap those audiences. Again, this doesn't happen much with smaller budgets until they have been running on forever. But if you're dropping $1,000, $5,000 a day, or even hundreds, and you let them run for a long, long time, you're gonna experience this at some point. And that's when you're scaling, you have to start excluding these interests or these audiences, because if not, you're going to keep overlapping and your ad costs are going to keep going up, and eventually they're going to stop spending. They're going to cancel, basically they're going to cancel each other out. Okay, so that's part number one, and I hope that makes sense to you. So now let's jump into my computer. I'm going to show you how to exclude. All right, so I have one of my accounts pulled up in here, and I'm going to walk you through on how to avoid that audience overlap when you're trying to scale your campaigns. Okay, the first thing that you need to do and have ready to go is your basic audiences ready to go in order to use them when you scale. So what are those audiences? Number one is going to be your purchase audiences. So let's say purchase 180 days. The next one's going to be website visitors, 180 days. The next one's going to be anybody who has engaged with your pages. So Facebook engagement, 365 days. Instagram engagement, 365 days. Video engagement, 365 days. So anybody who's viewed your videos 3 seconds or more, or 10 seconds or more. I personally like to do 10 seconds just because 3 seconds is that first pop on the feed. And if they watch more than 10, they're kind of interested. So you're hitting them with retargeting campaigns and middle of the funnel campaigns on different angles. So you want to get rid of it, those guys as well, to avoid that overlap as much as you can. So when you go into your ad set right here, into your ad set level, you're going to come here to your custom audiences, right? And let's say we're trying to scale, and we've been running successful campaigns with purchase lookalike audiences from, I don't know, 1 through 9. And we're just trying to squeeze that extra more out of that lookalike, right? And we're at the 10%, like we're pushing it at this point, right? So we want to get rid of as many people as we can from the other audiences. So here's how we do it. So the first thing you're going to do in here, we're going to select our custom audiences. So we're going to go to lookalike, and we're going to do purchase 180 days. So that's the one we want to target. We want to target purchase 180 days, lookalike 10%. Okay. So what do I need to do to avoid that overlap? We're going to exclude. So we're going to start excluding audiences. The first one's going to be anybody who has purchased from us in the past. So 180 days because that's the max. We also need to get rid of website visitors, anybody who's been to the site at all. Okay. The next one's going to be Facebook engagement, 365 days. The next one's going to be Instagram, 365 days. And the last one that I mentioned, it was video. Okay, so 10 seconds or more. So that's our basic exclusions right there. So how do we get rid of anybody else who has been in other previous audiences or lookalikes? Well, simple. We're going to do the same thing. So we're going to go in here and we're going to go to lookalikes. And guess what? We're going to get rid of 1%, 2%, easier that way if I just type it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're getting rid of the first 9 audiences lookalike. So remember, keep in mind, this is if we're running 9 lookalike campaigns, separate campaigns for, one of each. All right. So basically this works with any interest whatsoever too as well. So if you're running campaigns with different interests that you want to exclude to avoid overlap, then you exclude those interests in here. So what happens when we're doing it this way? Like I said, let's say we're scaling with 10% and we want to hit that pocket of the audience. When we exclude all of these people here who know who you are, and then to top it all off, we exclude all these lookalikes. Now we're only hitting the pocket on that 10% audience from 9 to 10. So think about it as 1% of that audience that is not previously on any of these. So we're only hitting new people. Does that make sense? That's how we do it. So remember, since this is a 10%, right? We got rid of 1 through 9. So we're only scaling and targeting that 1% of the audience. And that's how you scale and avoid audience overlap. Always, always, always do this if you're scaling an account to the moon and you want to get rid of what we call the extra fat. You want to trim down the extra fat. Guys, if you like that video, make sure to check out the links in the description below. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And if you want to keep taking your digital marketing game to the next level, whether it's Facebook ads or marketing in general, make sure to check out one of the videos right above me, and I will see you in the next video.